Hello, everybody. I hope this one goes. I may have to even go mobile. I don't know, but I had to leave my residence as I get zapped there now all the time. I can't even do any kind of live at all, and I have a terrific phone, supposedly. I have a terrific plan, the best plan you could get in Canada, but unfortunately, hardly ever works anymore, and I'm supposed to take that as it's just a provider issue, even though they can't account for any of the reasoning behind my inability to access satellite at given times. So I don't know what to say about it, and I don't want to get too angry. I see people and I see all your faces, so hopefully this location that I've used only twice holds up. I get zapped, I'm going to have to get mobile again. It really sucks. Takes away from what I'm trying to do. And, of course, driving and doing these lives can be an issue, right? Let's just hope it all goes well. Folks, Jagmeet Singh made a major announcement today. He said, and I quote, "There's going to be serious repercussions if come March 1st, Justin Trudeau doesn't roll out universal pharmacare, according to NDP's doctrine and design." Folks, what does that mean? We're on our 9th year of Justin Trudeau. 4 years in a regular scheduled election, 2 years after suffering the loss of a majority government, reduced to a minority government, meaning he had to make deals to hold power or he would be out of office. This happens many times in Canadian history. And the worst kind of authoritarian tyrants, mostly liberals, will always sell out their entirety of constituency for the love and the power of the crown. They do it all the time. Justin Trudeau did it. His father before him did it. And Canadians, when you don't hold regularly scheduled elections, when your government removes that process from you, you're not in a democracy. We're not really in a democracy in Canada anyway. I could get into all those details, but numero uno one, red flag, universally measured by all kinds of countries throughout the world and their democratic institutions, will tell you, rule one of a democracy, unscheduled elections. Red flag one. There's lots of red flags, and I could go through dozens and dozens to prove to you just how evil Justin Trudeau is and has been to cling to his now 9th year in power, into his 3rd official term, basically. Since November of 2023, he's now into a 9th year, a 3rd term of office. There's no rules on how long a tyrant can serve, which is another red flag. But folks, neither here nor there. Justin Trudeau is hated these days by a majority of Canadians. They want him gone. He's past his due date. He was falling off when he hit his 2nd term. Again, going back to 2019, coming out of that into the election, and then him being a minority government. It was already failing an ailing party because of its authoritarianism. Before him was Stephen Harper. The same thing happened. Everything they campaign on to secure their majority falls to the wayside as the electorate says, hey, whoa, 4 years later, buddy, you didn't do the things you're going to say. In fact, things are opposite. You've got a lot of policies out there in majority that have nothing to do with anything you campaigned on. Why am I talking about this? because it gets into what Jagmeet Singh said today and what's going to happen March 1st when Justin Trudeau can't and won't deliver. Folks, Justin Trudeau's out of gas. He's lost all credibility. He's lost what electorate he had, mostly from Eastern Canada. Absolutely Ontario, absolutely Quebec. It's disappearing radically in front of him. Now, Quebec hasn't washed him away completely yet. He's dropped off considerably. Bloc is replacing him. But Ontario, it's fallen right off. The rest of Canada didn't really matter. Ontario and Quebec, as it always has been and always will be, as long as we're in this crown system of inequality of the person. Justin Trudeau makes a lot of money. He's a wealthy liberal. And like all good Laurentian liberals, Quebecois liberals, they're established in several industries in Canada with huge globalist ties, with huge access to me and all of you. Your wealth accumulation through your business practices and your labor. Justin Trudeau has huge and powerful special interests that are given access to all of your contributions to this country we call Canada. They get preferred status to rape, pillage, and plunder you. I know. I'm utilizing one right now. I'm on a cell phone by a provider that's one of those loyal brand of donators to the Liberal Party. They have firm access and control inside the Liberal Party. They also have firm access and control of the CPC as well too. No mistaking why they get away with crappy service at huge fees, huge expense to the average Joe Jane, highest in the entire world. It's not an accident. These people own our political established parties, at least the Liberals and the Conservatives, which brings me to why Jagmeet Singh's announcement today that if Justin Trudeau doesn't roll out universal pharmacare as NDP has laid it out in a draft piece of legislation, completely socialist, all me and you, a lot of you who work for a living, will have to pay the pharma bills of all those around us. Will have to pay those who don't work or choose not to work or are drug addicts or other maligned, problematic lifestyle choices that make it so they can't provide for themselves. A lot of people like that. We're going to have to work extra hard for all of them and all their poor choices. It's socialist. It's the big socialist rollout of the NDP. Here's the problem and why Justin Trudeau won't be able to deliver, folks. Those special interests that pay handsomely and finance Justin Trudeau and all of his Liberal MPs so handsomely, that bill, that act that's going to come through, that Pharmacare Act by NDP, takes away from their ability to rape, pillage, and plunder all of you. Special interest groups. These are insurance companies. These are companies, big pharma, that say, whoa, Justin, we need to have that access. We need to have everything you put in place there for us. And NDP says, oh no, we don't want any of that. We have a whole different system. We don't want that corruption. Well, I'm sorry. That is absolutely the bread and butter of the Liberal Party of Canada and the Conservative Party of Canada. Now, NDP has special interests too. Don't get me wrong, folks. It's just not those special interests. Big Pharma doesn't finance NDP. They finance Liberal or Conservative. They don't care. As long as their policies, it's been universal forever and a day with those two parties are met. And that's against all of you, the Canadian people. This is the same thing with the insurance companies, all deathly against all of you, but are behind the Liberal and Conservative Party. Justin Trudeau is faced with this. If I want to maintain my crown, I have to sacrifice my money interests politically for the whole Liberal Party of Canada. That will destroy Justin Trudeau. Now, if he continues on after March 1st, and he can, if he goes along with Jagmeet Singh, he can. But I promise you, what's little left of the Liberal Party of Canada will be eradicated. He will take that and hand it over to Pierre Poilievre. Those groups, those special interest groups, globalists, will turn around and say, well, that's the end of the Liberal Party of Canada. We're solely backing the Conservative Party of Canada. You will never get another dollar out of us in the millions and millions of dollars for any more of your campaigns. Do you think the Liberals will sacrifice massive pharma in Quebec? Massive pharma. Huge industry. Millions and millions of campaign dollars harvested for the Liberal Party that will now be handed over to Pierre Poilievre by signing Jagmeet Singh's bill just to get to November of 2025, another 18 months. Do you think Justin Trudeau's willing to do that? Secondly, the insurance companies, huge in the United Kingdom, huge in Ontario, massive billion-dollar orgs. They will go as well to right to CPC because they're already there anyway, and they will tell the Liberal Party of Canada and all their historical candidates, we will never fund you again if you go along with Jagmeet Singh. We will never fund you again. What would happen to Justin Trudeau and his party then to gain another 18 months post March 1st by signing on to this big pharma? What would happen to him? Finished, game over, all of the Liberal Party. Do you think the 5-member board of the Liberal Party of Canada would go along with Justin Trudeau and then go back to all of those underneath them? We're talking millions upon millions of dollars. They're going to say goodbye, see you later. You're right, NDP, we're going to clean up. Now here's the other side of it. If Jagmeet Singh was to win this rollout with Justin Trudeau, the socialist rollout, NDP's going to go up, Liberals going to go down. See the other side of this coin? What do you need Justin Trudeau for when the ultimate socialist is obviously Jagmeet Singh? He's the man. You see the problem here, folks? Justin Trudeau doesn't win either way. And Jagmeet Singh has put this upon him, made it public. Now, here's the other side of why this is going to happen. It's going to happen because I can't see the Liberal Party of Canada getting rid of their corruption. I don't see it. They've lived exhaustively as the oldest, most corrupt party in Canada this way for more than 150 years. They're not going to get rid of it. And likewise, if Jagmeet Singh backs down and he signs on with big pharma, big corporate insurance companies, he's going to lose his entire base. The essence of NDP is gone. No one's going to follow him. They're going to say, why would we follow you when we can go with the Conservative Party of Canada? What are most of the unions going to decide to do? Big pharma, big corporate, everything we're against? What are they going to tell their members? Jagmeet Singh will get his butt thrown out of the NDP party. They'll replace him with somebody else. They're not going to go along with that program. It's, again, his entire base. Where does he get all his money? It certainly isn't from Big Pharma. It certainly isn't from insurance companies. It's from hard-working folks paying into major organizations who are turning around and filling up one Jagmeet Singh and his entire party. They're not a majority party. They live in this system. Conservatives do the same thing. Whenever they get to power, like Stephen Harper, and they do their 4 years, and they don't deliver for Canadians, and Canadians go, you lied to me. You lied to me. And they withhold their votes, and all of a sudden, the mass majority goes down. All of a sudden, if they do survive their 4-year period, it's an historic minority party. And they deal, whether it's NDP, whether it's most of the time Bloc Québécois, at the sacrifice of the West for that power base of Quebec, just to get the votes through. That's what happened. That's what destroyed Stephen Harper. He went with Big Pharma. He went with the big insurance companies outside of everything he swears to be conservatives. It's what destroyed him. His crown got too heavy. It got too corrupt. It absolutely corrupts. As Justin Trudeau is so far gone, it's not even funny. And imagine, folks, his corrupt father did a whole nother 4 years beyond where Justin Trudeau is today. And we all know the absolute destructive force and corruption of that piece of work. That's what happens when you have someone running a political party for 13 years. We should have term limits, but not in this socialist, fascist country. It's all about how much corruption you can get away with for as long as possible. Fill your boots, fill your pockets. They're all bad, but there's degrees and levels of bad. And usually you can measure it, folks, by how many terms they serve in Canada. USA knew this for a very long time. They knew that when you get a piece of work, you've got to have term limits. A lot of countries understand this. It's important to have regularly scheduled elections so that crap shows like what we just witnessed in the last going on 3 years now because of an early election call doesn't happen. But this is Canada. The Crown is almighty. The Crown can do whatever. Folks, Jagmeet Singh is stuck to the words he made today. And Justin Trudeau is too corrupt beyond all measure to give up the entirety of the Liberal Party of Canada and the thievery. Don't worry, I don't want universal pharma, but Justin Trudeau isn't going to go along to get along just to get an extra 18 months at this point, and just in order to destroy his party forever. Liberals have never, ever, ever betrayed their special interest groups. The Laurentian elite is everything in essence that what the Liberal Party of Canada is. It's completely infected the CPC too. If you're not super Laurentian, you don't go on as a leader. Folks, March 1st, Jagmeet Singh is going to have to make that decision. And if he doesn't, then it's going to be the NDP party that turns into the dodo. And so will Jagmeet Singh. If he gets Justin Trudeau to comply, Justin Trudeau and his party are going to go the way of the dodo. Post-2025, there will never be another grand entrance of the Liberal Party for many, many years, probably a decade and a half, because that's what it'll take Canadians to forget. You'll see a reign of terror of a Conservative Party, just as corrupt as the Liberal Party. Folks, it's going to be coming. I would bet my bottom dollar, and you all know me who followed me for a long time. So many times, politician after politician have lied to you guys, coming forward and said, oh, there's an early election coming. oh, there's an early election coming. And every time in the last almost 5 years have said, nope, that's a lie. Nope, that's a lie. Nope, that's a lie. And I've been right every time. Every time. And right now, I'm the only person, I guess the only political pundit calling this now. That come March 1st, you're going to see dismantling of the Liberal NDP coalition. There's going to be the Governor General, and there's going to be Trudeau saying, I'm done. You win, everybody. It's over. And you'll see, and within 30 days of that, there'll be a writ draw. You can guarantee, almost guarantee it. Now, I may be wrong, but to me, the analysis is clear. There is no win-win. And folks, the Liberals and Conservatives do have short-term aspirations, many overlapping against all of you, the people. We know this. We know they collude, cohort, they act on TV and everything else, but they play a long game. It's institutionalized, it's hereditary, it's family-orientated. This is Canadian politics, just like the Crown. These sick perverts think they're divine. They think they're the uppities, the elite first class, the divine human beings. And they play a long game. They know they can't go too far. They know they can't get rid of their global interests. They know they can't damage their party's brand, their children's legacy. When I say that, I mean an elite class of people in their deluded realms. They won't wreck their own children's legacy. Wreck all of yours, mine and yours, but not theirs. And they will play the long game. Jagmeet Singh is going to get shot down, and he's going to be called out March 1st. If there isn't an election call, the only reason I would see that come March 1st, when Pharma isn't rolled out, Universal Pharma, and Jagmeet Singh is going to continue on with the Liberal Party, it's because he got his bank account filled fatly and a promise of grandeur for him. And that's entirely possible too. He wouldn't be the first, as we just witnessed an NDP in British Columbia, a super socialist fascist who brought in civil law through the BC ministry in NDP. Radical, crazy, corrupt, supersized socialist, supersized fascist, and got away with it for a very long time. And they're still not addressing, or Jagmeet Singh went there, and they're still not doing anything about it. There's literally 11,000 First Peoples and Islamist folks in British Columbia who are just appalled and want her gone. And I mean wiped right out of politics. And they're trying to hold that angry group back, who's got a lot of money too. It's crazy. So it's not impossible. I just think it's improbable that Jagmeet Singh would sell himself out like that, because it's possible. Maybe he'll take all the money, but it would destroy him and NDP, and it would destroy the NDP. And I think that it would be more likely that the NDP party here in Edmonton, Alberta, as radical as they are, those Marxist Leninists, literally, because that's the name of the party, and the communists that are all attached to it, it's all right here in Edmonton, Alberta, in my hometown. I've been battling with those folks for more than 20 years on many occasions. I know it all inside out. They will never accept Jagmeet Singh going that route with big pharma, corporate, and big insurance, corporate. We're talking globalist, heavy corporate, nothing to do with those grassroots socialists, extreme socialists, nothing to do with their grassroots, and they're not going to allow Jagmeet Singh to go that way. And if he did, they would probably have him replaced right here in Edmonton, just as they decided to get rid of Thomas Mulcair, done in the middle of the night in the dark, literally. It's an old video if anyone wants to see it. It's on my timeline in downtown Edmonton at the time at their office where one, Rachel Notley, much younger, destroyed him, and in secret, and they brought forward the mysterious man, Jagmeet Singh, to begin with. The party is all one provincially and federally, just like a communist party, a Leninist party. They're all one, and Jagmeet Singh won't be able to act as just himself. They're going to rein him in if he does. That's my belief anyway. I don't think they're willing to sacrifice themselves for the Liberals in that respect. They've put a due date. They've said it's this or nothing, which is their crowning achievement of everything they've been working for already now 6 years. They're in their 6th year of this, trying to get Trudeau to go with this. And now they've given a due date, folks. And I promise you, Justin Trudeau can't deliver. He won't expense his elite first class. He won't expense his globalists. He won't expense his absolute crown bestowed upon him as a divine human being. He can't. He's corrupt as corrupt can be. He was born, bred, raised in it, believing he's a god over all Canadians, a supreme narcissist. He'll never change. His father that was that way, his entire family's that way. He won't change. And he most certainly, I believe, would never accept this at the expense of his legacy, his divinity. He won't do it. It's not in him. He's too corrupt, too narcissistic. He won't do it. He'd rather let it all go. Now, that's my video. You can choose to share, or wait to see the I told you so, or maybe I'm going to be proved wrong. Maybe. But like I said, if anyone's been following me a long time, there's been at least half a dozen fake conservatives, all these parties and people, MPs. There's an election, give me money. And I'm the one who's always said, nope, it's a lie, and it's always been a lie. But now I see the writing on the wall. I studied politics. I've been in it heavily my whole life. I've proved to a lot of you that a lot of what I say is true. And if you haven't noticed, the last Alberta election, not only did I call the seats within such a tight margin like nobody else in Canada, no pundit. I proved that to all of you. I also proved the electorate and the historical low electorate that wouldn't be present, and I almost nailed it perfectly. That is more than just luck or guessing. That's math. That's study. That's participation. That's doing the work. And folks, of all these years, done the work. And I'm telling you, as knowledgeable of all these institutions, all corrupt crown, all of them, this is coming. And I would say that it's going to be announced post March 1st when Justin Trudeau doesn't deliver. That's my video. God bless. Good spot for now. Hopefully I can get another one out of it. I'll probably come back here, but who knows. I think I can only get so many out of one place, and then it's zap, and I got to call her a day. Yeah, share, get it out there. Leave comments, tell me what you all think. A lot of people are looking at it, but mark my words, we will see. Bye now.